Hey, Max here. Welcome to Movie Madness Entertainment. I'm filming this on my phone. I wanted to do a quick hot topic. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button, notification bell for all the current news, especially as a fan of entertainment in the tradepocalypse, which I first coined on the internet, and it is a real thing, and it's not getting better. And you know what? Nintendo does not look like the bad guy anymore. I was right. I said this was coming. Everyone bashing Nintendo. I don't know why they don't want to bash the current. It's so weird. Listen, I had no problems. I am a bipartisan critic of all politicians. I had no problem criticizing the Biden administration for the Biden economy. But this is the Trump economy, and the tradepocalypse is part of it. And I'm going to be covering that more. So if you want honest commentary on the current state of everything you love in entertainment without this filter of BS to not hurt people's feelings, because for some reason, everyone likes there was even a pandemic and the economy sunk under Biden, but they just say Biden economy. And I'm okay with that because it's reality. But I'm going to stay the course. Trump owns this. Trump owns what's happening to goods across the world and trade. And I am not going to just ignore these extra costs on everything and not put the blame exactly where it needs to. Now, if he comes through and he gets a win, I will commentate and say, you know what? I was wrong. But I doubt it. More on a tangent. So anyway, sorry, I'm trying not to be political, but in 2025, when it affects everything we love in geekdom and nerddom and video games, physical media, there's no way to avoid. Okay, the other part of this video is I really want to say I believe next gen is canceled until 2028, until the next elections. I don't feel like, especially if you put a lot of tech into these consoles that are actually underpriced. I know video game fans don't want to hear that. A lot of consoles, you actually lose money on the console and you make money on the controllers and the software and services and subscriptions. I do not think Sony or Xbox are going to continue and stay the course and announce a next-gen console, even a handheld, for 2026, 2027. They might announce it 2027, late 2027. I doubt that we're going to get it till 2028 unless something drastically changes with the tradepocalypse. I had a clue, and I wish I made a video because, shout out to RJ, recently sold his Series X to GameStop for $400 trade-in value. And I was like, there's more to this. There's more to this why you're getting so much trade-in value. And that's the prices are increasing across the board. And old stock that is circulating in the United States or wherever you're at through resale stores has become more valuable. And while the retro boom was starting to go down after the pandemic, it's going back up, and used media is really, really going to retain its value. But Xbox announced their price increase, and you know what? The reason they can do this ahead of PlayStation, in my opinion, is because Game Pass is such a value. And you know what? I think Game Pass subscriptions are going to increase. And it really it's not tied to the Xbox anymore. You're going to be able to access Game Pass in a lot of places. And they may have their numbers rise because of the current tradepocalypse. All right, so I wanted to tell you the prices of the consoles now. Xbox Series, I've been hunting on Tape Hunters for, VHS, movies, music, video games. In a lot of the resale shops, you could find a Series X for $300. Not anymore. So even the Series S is no longer $300. I'm going to go through these prices. And let me know if you think, is next gen canceled? Why would Microsoft or Sony manufacture consoles that take a long time to produce with all this uncertainty? I would just delay it. And that's why I think next gen, they were always going to do $80 games. The next Xbox console, next PlayStation console. I think the only changes, and I think this announcement with the Microsoft Game Software, AAA software, being $80, they might have held off until next gen. But that is another sign that I think it's not. I think it's getting delayed or canceled next gen until the next elections. Okay, so Series S from $299, 512 megabytes, from $299 to $379. Xbox Series S 1 terabyte, $349 to $429. Series X digital from $449 to $549. Series X $599 from $499. The Series X 2 terabyte Galaxy Special Edition, man, I wish I would have picked that up. It was $599, now it's $729. The Xbox controllers, $64.99, $69.99. Special edition, $79.99. Limited edition, $89.99 from $79.99. And there's more. The headsets went up. Everything's gone up. And this is the Trump tax. It is. I know there's monopoly of opinion. But if we, the consistent ones on the internet, can criticize Biden, I could criticize Trump. And this is his doing. And I don't see any way out of physical products, if you're in an entertainment, that you are not going to have a huge increase in your collecting. And I think people are going to more pick and choose and use subscription services. And I'm happy with my Game Pass. And this is going to also, if you're a physical media collector or you're a fanboy of the current president, and I don't care if you support him, but the fanboys that can't take criticism and you don't even want to admit, I've seen people on the internet these last couple of weeks that says this is Biden's economy. And then I also saw a top YouTuber, I'm not going to name him here, I might do a separate video on it, that suggested the stock market was intentionally sunk just to blame President Trump. This is how deranged a lot of the commentary on YouTube and on X is right now. Screw that. You're going to have to pay for this stuff. I don't want to have to pay for extra fees on my physical collecting. And that's why if you're not going full retro, at least pick and choose and be smart about it. But I want to know all your thoughts on this topic and put more comments and questions in the comment section below on what you think about all your favorite hobbies and how it's impacted by the Trump tax. I literally watched a video today where the Nerd Channel had a lot of viewers. They were afraid because they actually made a video saying, we don't want to get political, but one of our viewers was upset that we were even suggesting that we blame President Trump. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Now sorry, I had to pause the video because I was getting too mad. So if you want to see really, really intense hot takes, I don't care anymore. I'm sick of this baloney. I have gone political in this video, but I'm trying not to go over the edge. All right. Let's wrap this up. Okay, so now that you know what's happening with Xbox, PlayStation Pro, They haven't announced it yet, but there's no way, if the tradepocalypse continues, that PS5 Pro and PS5s are not going to increase this year too, because they are more popular than Xbox as well. And subscription services may decline on like movie and TV shows, but I feel like video game subscription services like PlayStation Plus Premium and Game Pass are going to increase. And I actually think that Nintendo should have a Nintendo Online Premium service to compete with Game Pass and PlayStation Plus Premium, where you don't have to buy the $80 game as well, but it's going to be a premium cost. I really think they should do that. I don't know if they would. This is Nintendo, but I think it would be a good idea. And it's not, listen, we're all going to be okay. We're going to game still. But pick and choose your physical media, get it when you can, and cherish it. And it's all these years of YouTube where people have been saying doom and gloom about physical media. We are finally there, and it's thanks to Trump. Have a good one, everyone. Oh, this is not going to go well, this video. I'm leaving it as is. I'm going to sleep. I was trying my best to be calm, but I don't like to pay a lot for my physical media, as you can tell. Have a good one, everyone. Bye.